Black is golden.
I know that's right.
Yep.
Well, welcome everyone welcome to Cards of Conversation, and thank you for joining us. Let's just go ahead and dive right in. If it's your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I'm Ashley Anye, an intuitive alchemist and energy reader, and I'm just here to help y'all heal. And we're healing with humor because laughter is the best medicine. Talk to the B.
I'm B. I'm also Magoon. As Ashley stated, we are here to help you heal, teach, feel, release, all of the above. And tonight's topic will definitely tap into all of those categories and even more. So, yes. And most importantly, I am this queen's best friend. I love you.
Love you too. We gotta talk. Maybe not after, because my body may be already in the astral plane, but we definitely gotta talk.
Yes, we do. We do.
Sidebar. But did you want me to go ahead and dive right in, or do you want to get to the cards first?
Let's go to the cards first. Simply because I had this deck all day long floating in my head. And I said, okay, Spirit, you have a message for the collective. And I have not pre-pulled. So but the table and the space is set. So let's go in and see what Spirit would like the collective to know. And for my other, if you normally watch me on Mondays, I usually do the spiritual progress report. Oh, wow. Okay. Um, it's going to be a little bit of that too because of everything that's happening in our universe, in our space right now, in this time. This is interesting. I'm just going to say that this is interesting. Um, we kind of talked about this a few weeks ago, um, on a certain topic, and literally all the cards except for one, but it could still fit, is dealing with Egyptian stuff. So the first card that came out is Peace with the gorilla. So I feel like right now, at this given moment in time, we are in this peaceful state of mind. I know that I've had several conversations with multiple people, and they have all said the same thing, that there is just this peace. There's this quietness that is happening, and we don't know what it is. It's just like it's not, it's almost like we're waiting for something to happen, but it's just like everybody's at a standstill, and Spirit is saying it's just peaceful right now, just taking the peace. The next card that came out is the Lioness, and it says protection. So while you're in your peaceful state of mind, in your peaceful state of being, know that you are being protected at this time. Know that no harm can touch you at this time. Like, things may happen, right? But the maximum effect as to how that thing could affect you will not, simply because you are protected.
That being said, let's go ahead and connect with B. The next card that came out.
Oh, okay. So
And you see, this is
we lost the connection. So we're going to start over. But that is fine. That's what happens with technology. That is what happens with technology. So if this is your first time, thank you for joining. As you could hear, um, my co-host Ashley was speaking about what it is that we do and who it is that we are. Oof. These cards are interesting. Mm, 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 mm. Let's see if she's back. She may have to have restarted her phone. But we're going to get into this dream space. A lot of the dreams that we've been having um, is preparing us for this next wave of life. All right, let me do this and see if I can see anything. Mm-mm-mm. And if you hear the beeping, I do apologize. My fire alarm system decided to go, the battery decided to die um, later this afternoon before I had a chance to get the maintenance people out to change the battery. So, and yes, I do actually have to get the maintenance to do it because it's not a regular battery. It's some sort of hardwired battery that goes on. There we go.
Technical difficulties. We're going to run this back. If it's your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I'm Ashley Anye, an intuitive alchemist and energy reader, and I'm just going to help y'all heal. And we're healing with humor because laughter is the best medicine. As soon as B gets on here, talk to y'all. There we go.
Yes, hi. Yes.
Briefly run the game. We're having technical difficulties. Go ahead and just briefly say who you are, then we'll just get right into the cards.
Yep. Hi, I am B. I am a goon. I am a messenger sent from above. And most importantly, I'm going to always say this. I am this queen's best friend, and I love her. Love, 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 love her. And we're going to get into these cards because, baby, I'm a dreamer. I don't think I've ever shared that on this platform. And lately, I've been having some dreams, so I'm ready to get into this dream space. However, the cards. And these are oracle cards. So the first card we got is the gorilla, and it says peace. And so right now we are in this peaceful state of being. We've been going through some things, and now we're just at a peaceful state of mind. It's that what I just heard was we're at that what they call that peace beyond understanding. And yes, even though there could be some crazy and hectic things going on in your life right now, it's like you're just like, okay, you're unfazed. You're at that ultimate peaceful state that nobody can disrupt your peace. Nobody will disrupt your peace. It's that powerful in peace, right? Um, the next thing is protection, lioness. And I know you all see those symbols on this card. I am here for it. And the thing about the lioness is that with the mother lion, She is the most ferocious because you don't mess with her babies. Ferocious. You do not mess with her babies. And the other thing is the other side of the lioness is that she is the huntress. She is the one that she goes out and hunts and kills to feed not only her babies but the whole pride. If you've ever watched National Geographic, you will see that it is the lioness. Like they all hunt, but it is something about their lioness. Baby, they work in packs. They're like, girl, you going to the grocery store? Yeah, girl, come on. We about to go get this buffalo right now. I seen 3 by the water hole. Let's go. And they go and attack it, and they be bringing home steak every time. You hear me? Steak, oxtail, ham, whatever you want to call it. Okay, they are bringing it back. They are going full force on it. Okay, and but the other thing about this protection though is that we're also being protected right now. We're also in this state of um although they may try, they can't. So it's like things that will almost touch you will not be able to. Or and not or, but and when there are things that do affect your life, they're not going to be as strong where the full effect can happen. I'm thinking about, so this is just like something random. So think about when you're washing dishes and you have Clorox, right, in your water, right? And the water splashes on your clothes and you're like, oh my gosh, now I'm going to have this big old Clorox stain on my favorite shirt. And you look down and it's just a water stain. It doesn't have its full effect. So although it touched you, it didn't damage the clothing item. It didn't do what you thought it was going to do. That's how much we're being protected. And I also have to bring this up. Um, so earlier today, I so in the Egyptian realm, I follow Bastet. Um, that it's a personal reason. Maybe we'll get into it one day. But she is represented by the cat. And I'm trying to, and I should have gotten the book because I do have a book, but she also has another side of her that is the lioness. And in the Egyptian, I don't want to say, in the Egyptian story, she became this lioness because she was tricked. And this lioness has a taste for blood. Um, and she is also known, she is the war side. If you were to think about Bastet, you would think of her as, and I'm not shaming to all my Gemini friends, but it's like what they say about the Gemini. There's 2 sides to the Gemini, right? There's 2 sides to Bastet. And I'm really trying to find it, y'all. I'm gonna have to go whenever we get to Ashley's portions. I will bring up her other name, but this side of her is that protectress. It's that you will not touch my people. I will come for you. That is the energy while we are in this peaceful state of mind that we're in, and that I feel is our spiritual team saying, and our ancestors, you will not touch or hurt or harm any hair on my child's head, right? You will not touch them. I don't care what your intentions are. You will not do that to my own. The next card is the jackal. And guess what? We're talking about the truth now. What is the truth that is being revealed to you? What are your truths? What are some things that you are starting to recognize? I had a conversation with someone, and I began to say, you know, and I even talked about this last night on my other channel, that we're getting to the realization of what true self-love is. What true self-love is more than just boundary work, but it's the stopping of allowing people to do things to us. It is stopping ourselves to allow ourselves to be subjected to disrespect. We will no longer sit and accept disrespect and say, oh, okay, well, I thank you. No, 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 no. We are too powerful for that. We have trained ourselves. We grew up in it, and we have trained ourselves to accept abuse, to accept down talking, to accept people devaluing us. And the truth is that it now has to stop, because those things were lies. What do they say about watching how people speak over you? Those things are spells, people. Those things are so if someone around you constantly calls you stupid, constantly calls say that you are worthless, you start to internalize it, and it starts to become true. Those things become your reality. You start to get trapped into your mind because you are believing the lies, you are believing these spells that people are speaking over you, but that is not the truth. Now remember, I said Bastet is the cat goddess, right? So lo and behold, we have her here, and it says intuition. One thing about Bastet in this form, the cat version, is that they say that she is of the home. This side of her is the nurturing side. It is, I'm still going to watch over the home, but this is the side of me that's going to nurture and be in tune with the home. One thing about being in your home, you know where everything is. You know when something is out of place. You're like, hold up. There was a chair here. Where's my chair? I had this pot sitting on the stove. Where is my pot? You know where everything is in your home. So when something is missing, you automatically know because it's out of place. That is where our intuition is going. Our intuition is kicking up so highly that it's like the minute something is off in the energy spaces, we're like, hold on, there's a shift. What's happening? What's going on? And it's like we're having to wait, because spirit is not revealing what is happening in this shift. Spirit is like, just keep walking. And that is that faith of walking. As someone has said, walk, it's like that walking in the darkness, and until spirit say stop, and then the light cuts on. It's like we're being blindfolded and told to move, and it's like, what you want me to do? What? Take that next step, turn to the left, turn to the right, now walk straight. And it's like, okay, I don't really know what's going on, but I'm gonna do these things. And spirit is like, just keep walking, because spirit is teaching us how to tap into our intuition so that we can learn and lean on our intuition a little more. I'm just now, as I'm talking, is revealing to something that I heard earlier today, and it's clicking in with me. So I needed to hear that for myself. But I also, this morning, as I was picking up my necklace, I was wearing this crystal today. I kept picking up my Bastet charm, and I kept saying, I don't need you right now. Like, but it's like every time I pick something up, it will fall off the door. And I was just like, wow. So as we can see, she is here tonight. Bastet is here. She's saying, I'm protecting you. And I'm also telling you, I need you to lean on your intuition, and just go for it. Because why? You're protected right now. I'm not going to allow things to happen to you. The last card that came out, Sacred Ibis. Now, all the cards that I have pulled are from Africa, including the gorilla. But the last four is specifically from Egypt. And the sacred Ibis card says learning. So we are learning at this time how to walk through doors that we don't see. We are learning how spirit is pushing us in the right direction, even though we don't see everything clearly. Although we don't know the full intent and plan, we just know that we have to continue to walk through these doors. We have to follow along. I was trying to see something there. So, collective, we are being asked at this time, in order to progress, we must continue to walk with peace, knowing that we're protected. We must know the truth about ourselves. We must lean in on the truth as ourselves to demystify and unarm the lies and the things that were spoken over us. And as we use our intuition, we are learning how to trust spirit even more. We are learning how to trust ourselves even more, because some people will even learn how to stop trusting their own intuition based off of what is happening around them. I just heard one more card. So, all right, here we go. So now when we talk about the tarot, we have the Two of Wands. We have a partnership here. You know what that partnership is? You and spirit. You and spirit are working on some things that's happening in your life. The Hermit card is next. Spirit is like, keep walking. I'm going to light your way. I'm going to show you how to go. I'm going to show you how to move. I'm going to show you how to speak. I'm going to show you how to be and exist in this world. Nothing can harm you. Nothing can harm you unless you allow it to. The next card, the Sun.
My favorite.
We're coming into brighter days, right? We're in dark, right? We're in darkness now. Look how changing that is. We're in. This is the energy we are in right now, right? But guess where we're walking towards? The sun. We're in darkness now, but we're walking towards the sun. We're walking towards everything that is bright. Um hold on, I'm hearing something right now. Yeah. So I just heard the kiss of death is on pause. Live a little longer. So I don't know who that was for, but I heard the kiss of death is on pause. Live a little longer. So I don't know if someone was contemplating suicide or thinking that they were going to die, but spirit is saying choose to live. I don't know if somebody was going into depression, and with depression it kind of locks you down. Spirit is saying choose to live, choose to move, choose to walk out of that energy, because that is not the energy you need to be in right now. Why? Because all of that energy is a part of the 10 of Wands that we're walking away from. All those burdens, all those things that we have been carrying, all those things that have been diminishing our character, our self-worth, our mental state. Spirit is saying we're at the 10 of Wands right now. You're about to release all of that. So it doesn't matter that your day looks cloudy. Just understand that beyond those clouds is the sun. Otherwise, you wouldn't even see the clouds. So that means that your brighter day is still right there. It's oh gosh, I just heard it's like it's a cloud shift away. Your sun is a cloud shift away. That means when the clouds part, the sun is able to shine on you. And guess what? The last card is the Fool. Walk into your blessings. Allow the sun to come up. You're reaching the end of the journey. You know what I'm seeing? I just saw the a few minutes ago, I saw the preview for the new Lion King, and I was like, really? That's an interesting take. They're taking it from Mufasa's thing, but one of the Mufasa story. But one of the last scenes that I saw was all of them on I think they call it Pride Rock, I believe. And so this is what their energy is giving me. At the end of your journey, you're going to realize that not only are you at the sun, but you're going to realize that you're at another level. You're going to realize that you're at the top of the mountain, the top of the cliff. You're at the top of Pride Rock. You're able to now look back and look down at all the things and all the places that you have come from and realize that, oh my gosh, had I given up, I would have died in the valley. I would not have been at the top of the mountain shouting, I'm victorious. So keep pushing, everybody. And if I don't know if you all noticed, but that was three major arcana cards backing up the oracle cards, letting us know that it is okay to continue to move forward and keeping our peace, believing that our peace is not going to go anywhere.
I think you had a question, Bestie.
Let me see. I see the one that says, Elizabeth, please check for me. I'm not for sure what you mean. Oh no, and I want to say mango. Yeah, it's not the end. It's not the end. Keep pushing. Sometimes when we're protected, let me say it. Let me first start off like saying this. You know how they say the saying is sometimes rejection is God's protection? It's that same setting. When we're protected, we feel like it's the end because we see everything around us. And it's like we're in this glass bubble. I wish I had my other cards here so I could show you the Seven of Wands. But in it, it's a lady that's sitting on pillows, and it's like she's in a snow globe. And there's the wands that's all around her. And it's like we're in this bubble, and we're seeing attacks come from the north, the south, the east, and the west. But then when we realize it, it's not really attacking us. It's coming towards us, yes, but it's not hitting us. It's not damaging us. It's not stopping anything. Yep. We she is Barbiana. We're gonna do that at the end. So please stay with us to the end. We'll do that for you.
Oh, for the question?
Yeah, because she wants to know about her future and her life. So we'll take her as our reading. But we can go ahead to huh? I'm being led to.
So that we can get to her question. I gotta find my place. So thank you, the myth, the man, the legend, for that read. Now we can get into the conversation.
Yes.
Let's get into the conversations. And y'all know I took my notes. I'm just pulling them up really quickly. And I just want to build off of one of your card interpretations that you made, the Fool, because a lot of people think that when that card comes out in a reading, that it's a sense of being like naive or you're delusional. But you know, sometimes in order to achieve something, you have to have a little bit of delusion. You have to believe it so much that it almost as if that it's not going to happen, basically. Like, you have to be delusional to some extent, especially if you're trying to pursue something that seems almost, obsolete, that you can't do it. And I think a lot of these celebrities can attest to it, that in order for them to have made it to where they are, they had to be a little bit delusional. So when I see the fool card come out, I'm always like, okay. Yeah, a lot of readers interpret it as being naive, but I look at it like, you have to embody both energies, being gung-ho about what you want, but also being a little bit delusional, because if you have that, nothing's going to stop you. Because when you're delusional, think about it, you truly believe that regardless, this thing is going to happen.
Exactly.
Regardless of what happens, this is going to happen. So you have to have a little bit of delusional.
Yep, that extreme optimism.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and jump into the cards. The conversations. So yes, you know that we are talking about the interpretation of dreams and what do dreams mean. And as I was saying before Instagram cut the live, if y'all had the chance to check out my story, I gave you guys a little snippet of what certain dreams mean, but we're going to deep dive in and give you the nitty gritty to what a lot of these dreams mean. Okay, so let's decode these dreams together.
Yep.
So,
and
first things first.
I'm just going to say, as you do that, I'm going to go get the book so that I can get the rest, but I can hear you.
Go ahead, do your thing. So, first things first. Dreams are not random. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything happens for your higher purpose, for your higher service, for the greater good. Everything is happening to you or for you, not to you. The dreams are like cryptic messages from the universe. Okay, except instead of emojis, you may get snakes, birds flying, or a monkey eating on a rainbow. You just never know what you're going to get with dreams. So just think about your dreams as a love letter from the universe, or a love letter from your subconscious mind. It's your soul's way of saying, hey, we need to talk. Sit down. Like, let's talk. And instead of using words, of course, your dream is going to always speak to you in metaphors, because that's the easiest way I feel humans are able to interpret things, through pictures. So let's talk about the most common dreams that we all might have had. Dream number one, being chased. Has anybody been chased in a dream? I can attest that I have had several dreams where I'm being chased, and I don't know if I'm able to actually get away from the person, if the person actually is catching up to me, or if my legs are even going anywhere. I just know that I'm running and I'm constantly trying to get away from whatever is chasing me. So if you're running through a dark alley, sweating bullets, and you suddenly realize you're being chased by whatever, and you wake up and you feel like you just ran a marathon, there's one simple answer to this. What are you running from in your life? What are you? It's around my childhood front line. Girl, me too. It's always someplace surrounding my childhood. Isn't that quite ironic? It's always a place that I'm familiar with. So I can attest to that. So that could possibly mean that it's something that you are not facing, something that you are running from, something that you have not addressed, dissected, or talked about. If you are constantly having dreams about running, okay? So take a note of that and kind of analyze your life and see, is there something that I'm not dealing with? What am I essentially running from? Or it could be a deadline, something that you haven't got a chance to complete, a conversation you may have been avoiding. So definitely take a look at that in your personal life and try to make that connection. Okay, I have several notes here, guys, so just bear with me. I don't want to read everything because this could be 2-3 hour lives, so I'm trying to just give you guys the meat and potatoes. Okay, so example number 2, the fallen dream. So have you guys ever had a dream that you are falling like off of a cliff, or maybe you feel like get to a certain level on the elevator and then you're ready to walk out and then you just fall, or the elevator's falling? What does that mean? So the fallen dream usually means that you're feeling out of control, maybe at your job, your love life, or your bank account after Black Friday. So if you feel like you are falling down or spiraling out of control, this means that you guys need to surrender. Surrender to whatever is making you feel like is pulling you. The universe is trying to tell you, lessen that grip. Don't hold on so tightly to whatever you feel like you can't let go of. Lessen that grip. Trust that trust that whatever needs to appear is going to appear in time, or that you will grow wings to be able to fly. And I love that interpretation. That's why I wrote it down. Like, trust that even if you do fall, you'll grow wings to fly so that you don't fall face first, or there'll be a net that's going to catch you. Regardless, just know that God got you. God got you regardless. So that is the fallen dream. Example number 2, the X dream. So let's address the elephant in the room. If you are constantly having a dream about your ex, more times than not, more times than not, a lot of people may think that this means that you should be with your ex, that you guys are meant to be. Like, you're dreaming of them, you're constantly having reminders of your relationship. This may mean that you may think that this may mean that you guys should be together.
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you. Sneeze or cough.
Sneeze.
Sometimes this may mean that you are repeating unresolved emotions, and you are repeating unresolved trauma. And these old wounds and old patterns are things that you guys need to break free of within the dynamics of your relationship. Now, I'm not going to get too far deep into the TF, the twin flame journey, because that's a whole another level of why you are dreaming of your TF. But 9 times out of 10, if you are dreaming of the person that you deem to be your twin flame, this could mean because they are dreaming of you or they're thinking of you. Like, when you're asleep, dreaming of someone, that could mean that that person is awake thinking of you. So that's another interpretation. So spiritually, this is your subconscious turning into their energy. And this is the universe's way of telling you that, hey, they're still energetically tied to you. They're still energetically thinking of you. They're still energetically trying to maybe manifest you back in their life. That could also be it too. When you constantly think about someone, it could be them trying to manifest you. So make sure you guys are cleansing your energy every night, because you could even feel moved to call them. Like, damn, what do I want to call this person? They could be secretly manifesting you, thinking about you nonstop around the clock. So always make sure you're calling your energy back to you. I ain't supposed to be with I feel you, girl. I feel you. Let's keep it moving. The water dream. Dreaming about water, whether you're swimming or drowning. I have had this dream several times, which is why I don't really like water. I'll take a bath, obviously, but I don't like oceans. I don't like getting into deep seas. None of that. I'm like terrified of water. And it could just be because I'm a fire sign. I don't know. I've never been too fond of the sea. So if you're having dreams about drowning, swimming, water, things of the likes, a tidal of waves, anything of that manner, this could be your emotions. Your emotions are more than likely unbalanced, okay? Now, here's where it gets detailed. If you're dreaming of clear water, you're emotionally balanced, okay? If it's clear water. If you're dreaming of murky water, you've got unresolved feelings lurking beneath the surface, okay? And if you're dreaming of like a tsunami, that means that you are overwhelmed. It's time for you to breathe, meditate, lay down, and maybe go do some grounding. That's what that could be. If you're dreaming of like a massive amount of water, hurricane, tsunami, tornado coming at you, pump your brakes, take a break. That's what that could mean. Now, let's get into the dreams that make you wake up and go, what on earth was that about? And these are very random, but as per my research, a lot of people have actually had these dreams, so I had to mention them. All right, so if you're having a dream about flying on a giant chicken or flying on like a food item or flying with food. If you're dreaming about food and flying, this is for you. Okay, and yes, I heard this before from several people. This is why I'm mentioning it. So if you have had dreams about flying or about just being around like random food, this is creativity or abundance, believe it or not. Okay, this is something that's trying to untrap your creativity and get you to tap into that creative side. What is that, your right brain? Right brain or left brain? I think it's your right brain that's creative, right?
I think so, yes.
Yeah. I looked that up. So it's urging you to untap those talents, begging for attention, okay? Example set, the bathroom dream. Have you ever dreamt that you were searching for a bathroom, but they're all locked, there's no doors, or even that you have to use the bathroom on yourself? This is your soul screaming boundaries. You need boundaries. And I didn't understand this one because I used to always have a dream that I had to use the bathroom. And I thought that I really had to use the bathroom. So I would get up and use the bathroom. And then I started, diving deep. And I was like, okay, that could mean that I need to be up on my boundaries. So if you're dreaming of having to use the bathroom and all the doors are locked or you can't physically go to the bathroom, be up on your boundaries. Set firmer boundaries. Another dream interpretation, winning the lottery. Have you dreamt about winning millions? And no, it's not just wishful thinking. Like, have you dreamt that you actually scratched that winning ticket and you were a winner? So having a dream about winning the lottery or winning a large sum of money is about abundance and recognizing your worth. So the universe may be trying to tell you, stop playing small. You're a star, baby. You're a star. Stop playing small. You already the jackpot, basically. You're trying to hit the jackpot and you are the jackpot. So how to interpret your dreams. So after we have went through all of the different type of dreams that you may have or that, someone close to you may have had, here's how to decode your dreams. So you have to look for the symbols. What stood out the most? Because as I said earlier, dreams tend to speak in parables. They're telling a story. And if you notice, whenever you have a dream, just with me, I'll say, like, it's never too much dialogue. I'm just pretty much watching a story take place. And I don't hear anybody talking, but I know exactly what's going on. So this is the universe's way of getting you to tap into also not only your creativity side, but to be very pensive and to look for detail. Look for what stood out the most, a person, an object, a feeling. Tune into your emotions. How did you feel? Were you scared? Were you excited? Were you confused? What do you think the message, the dream was trying to convey? It's trying to get you to connect the dots, essentially, and connect it to what is happening in your life. And this could tell you why you're stressed, why you're feeling scared, why you are making that big decision. This is why you're having these dreams, to help you out. So dreams are the universe's sense of humor. I mean, let's be real. Dreams are proof that the universe has a sense of humor, that the universe got jokes. Because I've had some wild, crazy dreams. And when I think back to what they meant, I know now what they meant, because I didn't know then. I was just like, okay, I had the craziest dream. That must have been the pizza I ate, whatever, milkshake. And now that I'm thinking back, like, I know exactly what those dreams meant. Exactly. As crazy as they were incredibly detailed. And so that's why I urge you guys also to get a dream journal, because then you won't forget and you can write everything down and you can research them. But I would advise you not to run to Google. Meditate first. Meditate and listen to your higher self and see what comes up. And then if you need a direct answer, you feel like you're still confused or conflicted, then you can go to Google. But they're going to give you a slew of different interpretations. So that's why I always say go within. You go within, you will never go without. Life is a blend of the profound and the ridiculous. Okay, so embrace both. Laugh at the weirdness of the dream, but don't ignore the wisdom behind it. All right, guys. So the next time you wake up thinking, what did I dream mean? What is going on? Like, write it down. Even the weirdest dreams carry messages if you're willing to listen. Okay? So that concludes all of my dream interpretations. And I know we had a friend in the comments that wanted to ask B. So this opportunity.
I was just going to say, I did want to mention something quickly before, because I too had weird dreams, and it's important for you to not only remember the details of the dream of like what was happening, but also don't forget about the colors that you see. So, for instance, there was one time um, I dreamt of a moose, and I said, "A moose? I have never in my life dreamt of a moose. Never even seen one in person, like a live one, even at a zoo. I've never seen one, but it was so massive, and I was just like frozen. And when I looked up the meaning, to dream about a moose means prosperity. There's prosperity coming your way. And then, and the second weird dream that I ever had was dreaming about octopus, and they were, the way they were coming at me, it's like they was wrapping their tentacles around me, and I was just like, sure enough, it's somebody trying to drag me down. And no, it was about prosperity. However, there was purple and there was a gray. And I said, well, why is there gray? Gray meant, I had to relook up what gray meant, a detachment that is still obtainable, but there's an detachment. So I said to spirit, whatever that detachment is, when it comes to my finances, help me to solve that, because I would love my finances to be not subpar, but exceeding my expectations, right? So it's important to also to note what colors you see. And I've heard some people say, well, I don't dream in color. I dream in black and white. When it's in black and white, definitely pay attention to the people, places, and things that's around you, because that's a more focused, I need you to pay attention to this, right? So I wanted to share those things, that it can be like so far fetched to you. You may not have any relation to those things, but look them up anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I have to, I'll always forget, like whenever you guys are commenting, just so I can go back to answer any questions that you all have had while I was interpreting the dreams. Issues. I think I made. I thought that too. So right, whenever I'm dreaming of like fried chicken, corn, black eyed peas, maybe I should cook that. But black eyed peas, those are good luck. So if you dream black eyed peas or what turnip greens, like that's good luck coming to you. So everything has a meaning. Everything has a meaning. And like B just said, look at the color scheme that's going on as well, because when you're looking at what colors are visible, they can be associated and connected to the chakras as well. So that is also something to take into consideration. So just be conscientious about having a dream journal and writing everything down so that you know exactly what's going on. So I know we had someone who had a question. I'm trying to go back up in the comments.
Yes. I know it's something about her, their life. I'm not for sure if your gender. She is Barbarian. Okay. Barbiana, excuse me. Are you still here?
Barbiana?
I just need to know if you're still here. I do have your question though.
Okay, there she is.
Okay. Thank you. And for the person who said that they were dreaming about being pushed down the stairs, that means, well, first of all, I heard, what I heard was self-sabotage. So there is somebody, and it makes sense because that those dreams mean that there's somebody close to you that you have to watch out for. So whatever you're planning, don't share it with nobody. Just do it. Be your own silent partner. And the self sabotage is by you mindlessly talking to people and you're sharing your plans. But Spirit is saying don't share your plans with anybody. All people is suspect until proven innocent. Okay, everybody's guilty until proven innocent. So I wanted to share that, and now we can go to uh okay. She is Barbiana or Elizabeth. Is it? Well, I'm just going to say Elizabeth. And Elizabeth wants to know about her life, her future, and her life. So let me see. Let me get. I'm going to get this deck as well. Because one is for one, other is the other. Mm. Oh, okay. It's a lot more cards than I thought. Give me just a second to shuffle. All right, and now we're going to get these.
No, not yet. You're for more so.
All right. So about about your life and about your future. So I asked Spirit to give me with one deck. Um, what would Spirit like to share about your life right now, and then your future? So right now, I'm seeing what we're seeing is that you've been in this. Um, I'm getting learning stage. You're wanting to see new things. You have the hangman here, and that's what the hangman is all about. It's about new perspective, about a new way of seeing things, about a new way of doing things. And you're in this energy of, I want to see something new. You want to see things happen better for you in your world. And you have, okay, I had to make sure I could show the card. So that's what you have here is the world card, right? You're having different perspective about your world, and with that, you're recognizing the things that in your life you've noticed, the patterns of people, things that happen to you, things that happen against you, and how you have, um, it's like this, you've gotten this victory, and you've noticed how you've overcome some things as it pertains to relationships, as it pertains to people. And with the Four of Cups card here, it's these are things that you should have been celebrating, but you couldn't quite celebrate. You always had to, like, step back and re-examine what is happening in your life. And then we have the Knight of Wands here. So when we talk about the Knight of Wands, it's really giving me the same energy of, and I put the cards back. It's that same energy of, the lioness protection, right? Um, but protection when it came towards your movement, when it pertained to you, moving away from, people, places, and things that caused you to step back and re-examine your relationships. What it was is that as you begin to move forward, you will move forward with caution. But I'm seeing here that you were also you were being guided to walk that way. You're being guided to walk a certain way, and people may not have necessarily understood why you walked the way you walked or how you walked away. It's almost that same energy as, say, like, there's an opportunity that comes your way and you turn it down, and most people will be like, man, if I was in your shoes, I would have went with it. And you would say, but no, there's something about it that didn't sit well with me, and so I didn't pursue that, I didn't do that. And that walking away was you really being protected as you're moving forward. The next thing is, you are the Queen of Wands, whether or not you know it or not. You really? Okay, so I'm hearing that you are the master of your, you are the captain, of your fate. You are the master of your soul. That's what I'm hearing. And it's like, because you determine how you're going to move, you determine if you're going to invest in certain things or not. You determine if you're going to put your energy in things or not. And people have a problem with it, but that is what you call a boundary. Um, and it's like, you know, um, I just saw Eveline, and when she's singing the famous song, "Please Don't Bring Me No Bad News," right? And that is sort of like you're her in a sense of that. Don't bring me no bad news. Not saying that you Eveline, right? Just saying that you're just like, I don't want to hear no bad news. And so when people bring you the bad news, when people bring you, it's certain things that you don't want to hear. You're like, you're like, okay, but I didn't really ask for that. I didn't really want that news, but you're bringing it to me anyway. But you also know how to divert the energy. You're just like, oh, okay, well, thank you for telling me. I gotta go, right? And because of that, you're being blessed. I don't know if you have yet or not, but you're walking into Ace of Pentacles. For me, Pentacles is not just money, but it's resources. It's like every time you walk away from something, it's like, every time you leave, well, I'm trying to think of the saying, but it's like you walk away from danger to walk into a blessing is what I'm getting. And whether or not you realize it's a blessing or not, it's really a blessing, because remember, you have to have a new perspective on life. You always ask and lean towards the new perspective, and every time you walk away from something dangerous, people question why you walk away, but again, you're protected, right? So it's that same circular energy that's around you. And it's like, whether or not you realize it's a blessing, it's really a blessed walk. And then we have the death card here. It means that every time, um it kind of goes along with the, you may not notice it at first, but when you finally lean in to this hangman energy, you will realize that you have been transforming yourself the entire time. Every time you walk out of a situation, whether it is with a group of people, with family, an industry, whatever, you have literally walked into a new beginning and you saw something new each time. You saw things that other people didn't see about things, which is why they question, why would you walk away from this opportunity? Because they didn't see it, but you did. And because of that, it's like you continue to walk into resources and blessings. So when it pertains to your future, one of the things is continue continue to have this hangman energy. The hangman loves you tonight. Okay. That seeing things, that seeing in the perspective differently, that because you see life in a different way, in a different angle from most people, continue to do that. Because although, um what I'm getting to, as I was saying that, is that it feels like, I don't know if you just said it or if you thought it. It's like sometimes I get lonely. Sometimes it's a lonely, and that's right. You will feel lonely when you're the only one that sees from that angle, especially with the people who that's around you. If they don't see that same perception, they will make you feel like, okay, you did something wrong, or you're not thinking clearly. And what I'm getting is that, no, you continue to do that, because that is your walk, because it is protecting you from the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. It is protecting you from people to come to you with news only to take from you, is what I'm getting. Because a knight's sole purpose is to protect you. When the knight is in reverse, that person is trying to take from you. You see what I'm saying? So if anybody who is not trying to pour into you, they're trying to take from you, because they see something about you that you may not see. And sometimes when we are in that energy, and I for sure know this energy, right? When people come to your life, they present themselves in one way, right? But then you start to see the truth. And again, that's that Four of Cups energy. And then it's like, okay, we we were supposed to celebrate this friendship, but I can't celebrate this friendship because every time I bring up something, you talk negative about it. You do something, you say something sly, you do something that makes me think twice about our relationship. And you are correct in thinking that, because you are seeing what you are seeing. The last card that came out along with that card is that people again will also try to make you think that you pick made the wrong choices. This is the Seven of Cups in reverse. They will say, "Oh, you made the wrong choice by staying." This is an example. You made the wrong choice of staying in that position. You made the wrong choice by giving up that opportunity. You made the wrong choice by by leaving this person, right? Y'all, I thought y'all was a great couple, y'all was a cute couple, and you're like, no, you weren't there. Oh well, you was basically dating a supermodel. Why would you leave? It's that same type of energy, and you're just like, no, I did it for me. I didn't do it for you. I'm not living for anybody else. I'm living for me. And Spirit is saying to continue to do that. Continue to see differently, because it is proving to be beneficial to you, even though it may not be beneficial to them. But And this is for everybody that's watching. We are not meant to live for nobody else. We are meant to live for ourselves. And that's a little bit of what I was saying last night. That's a part of loving yourself. It's putting up the boundaries and say, I am not going to subject myself to things that don't mean me any good, because that will only drag me down. That is not giving, that is not pouring into myself. That is draining things. That it's taking away from my energy. It's not pouring into myself. And that's the end right there. So if do you have any questions, clarifications, feedback?
Open to a reading.
Uh-huh.
With directivity. Hi.
And I'm looking at her name. I don't Barbiana. Like, listen, I know that I don't know if you were trying to do a play on Barbie, right? But when I look at your name, I think of barbarian, right? Not in a negative way though, as that fighter, that go-getter. You're not gonna touch me type of energy. And that may not be how you are on the outside world, but in your spirit, that's what everybody sees. It's like, oh, I can't touch you. So that's why they try to make you think that you're making the wrong decisions.
Bye, Soraya. Thank you.
You are very welcome. I was stuck all the way at the top. I was like, why am I not seeing things? You are very welcome. Very welcome.
Oh, well, thank you for joining us.
Yes. You are very welcome.
Did you want to put in the comment, or I can put in the comments rather, your contact information for them to be able to, if they want to book a reading, because we have a question or a statement that I pinned rather, that they've never had a reading, but they may be open to it. So you want to put in the comments your information and I can pin it?
Yes. Please follow me there, and we can talk more directly about, your reading and everything. I don't break your bank. That is not my sole purpose. Spirit will get me. You hear me?
You don't break the bank yet. So
Yes,
sure
we don't believe in breaking the bank.
jump on the wagon now while it's still affordable.
Yes.
Is that correct? Did I put it in correctly?
Yes.
Okay, good. So visit him at the pinned comment below. It's also going to be tagged in this video, and it's also tagged in the reel that was posted to introduce this live. So they follow already. Okay, good. So, yeah, just link up with him through that Instagram handle.
Yeah. And I'm trying to, I think because I don't have that much activity, I'm not able to join live yet on that platform. So I've been trying to figure out how I can get my live readings up there. So I may have to just record them in this space, but then pass them along on that space to build up. But you can reach me there. I do check it.
And also, you might even be able to put the ones that you have on YouTube on that page as well, if you want to scale them down so that people can see. I mean, that's what I would do to my videos that I had on YouTube. I would scale them down and just make them into little reels and put them on Instagram.
Okay, I will have to do that because I do need to get more traction. So if this is your first time, please follow me there as well, so that you can get more readings and a few other things.
Yes. And again, we just want to send out a huge thank you or shout out, thanking everyone that is on the live and that views the live afterwards, and just make sure that you guys are liking. If you like the content, make sure that you are sharing and that you're commenting so that we know that you guys are liking it. Yeah, we just appreciate you guys for coming on so late. We know it's late. It's morning time in some places. You know, somebody said good morning earlier. I was like, okay, good morning. So whatever time it is, we just appreciate you guys for coming on, because you could have been anywhere in the world right now, but you're here with us. We appreciate that. And you know, I always like to leave you guys with a special quote every time we end. There is no reward without sacrifice. No reward without sacrifice. So everything that is happening to you is happening for you. And your reward is going to come, because in the end, it all works out. And if it doesn't, then it's not the end. And also, I like to do this too, because I heard this on the show and I was like, oh, I'm smashing that. Give people what they earn, not what they deserve. That had to like sink in a couple of times. I don't understand what it meant. I was like, give them what they earn, not what they deserve. Give people what they earn.
Okay.
What they feel like they deserve. And again, thank you guys for tapping in on another Cards and Conversations episode, where every episode unfolds a deck of reading discussions. And if you're first time here, we do this every Tuesday night, 11 single numbers. So we'll be back here next Tuesday, same time, same place, Cards and Conversations, where every episode unfolds a deck of reading discussions. See you next week, guys.
Yes. Peace. And you are wondering what is the name of my page, it is Healing Room Tarot. I'm going to post it in the comment section so that you may follow me there. That is where you can ask for your personal readings. My ancestor candle just flickered very heavily, so that lets me know that one of them is here with me. I love everything spiritual. So again, follow me there, and you will get a chance to see several things. Some things I'm cooking up and posting just for my followers. So thank you and have a good night.